Steve Slayton to Pat White to Pat McAfee. They love their Mountaineers in Morgantown. And in a place known for yan dogs and pepperoni rolls, probably some liquid refreshments, the Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Saunders. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Penn State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that the entire, not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better. But the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be their first team every time they need.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. On the move is a 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up.
The open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Farmer. Touchdown, West Virginia. Reeled it in and just made the house call. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So 3rd and short from inside the 10. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you try to sneak this in here, right? 3rd down, kind of manageable situation. Not too far, not too short, where maybe I can throw the football, but I sneak that draw, and their defense said, no, sir, I'm ready for that. Stuffs them on the 3rd down.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. West Virginia. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And the Mountaineers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that drive covered 40 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going up top on 1st down. Working on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Aller. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football, and they've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right.
And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And the returner will be dragged down. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Quick completion on the out route. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Handoff from the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got his man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The give to the tailback. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's going to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. On target over the middle. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's going to pass on second down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Oh, and the attempt is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. He uncorks one deep. And he's got it inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Mountaineers have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And they went right back to the well, and that is a big-time answer from the defense after giving up the explosive play.
Yeah, it's a great job in sudden change, right, Reese? You give up the big one, the play before, so you hustle down, you get lined up. You have no idea what's coming next, but great individual effort by the defender to get to that QB.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Morgantown. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football play.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The short hands, it's Briggs. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Farmer. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
When you think about it, when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Singleton. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Aller. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He'll do it himself. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Finds his man. It's Fleming. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hauls it in. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. And the Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. They'll give it to him again. Makes one man miss. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
26, Penn State, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Power football with the run. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Catch in the middle, it's Fox. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1. Second down.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Another incompletion on third down. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Dropping back, it's Aller. This time on target. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Finds his man. It's Fleming. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. Quickly to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's a first down for the offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And it's caught! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Wide open downfield. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. The give to the single back. And the Mountaineers have enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's White.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. Throws to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ball game. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play because that was a critical turnover.
It's caught downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. They keep attacking through the air. They're trying to get to it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 1st down here for the offense. The hand to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast.